I can't.
There. Now we're live. Hi.
I can't do
Welcome
these
to
socks.
Two Tangled Skeins. I'm Sue, also known as Craft Knitter 7.
No, you're not.
On Ravelry and Instagram.
We're a little punch drunk. Anyway.
Do we need to stop it again?
No.
Okay.
What's
Welcome
your
to
vibe?
new viewers and any returning viewers. And yeah, this is not your typical episode.
Nope.
The crunchiness in the background is the peanut gallery.
Yep. Elizabeth and Crystal are here with us. They're on their bed. We're on ours. We can't show them to you because they're in their PJs and such and don't want to be on camera. So I'm Lynn, also known as Toll Baby. You can join our Ravelry group. Find us on our blog at twotangledskeins.com. Find us on YouTube and what's the other one? Twitter? Nobody cares about Twitter.
No, it just
Is there
posts
something
the
else?
episodes. No.
All right then. Hi.
Hi.
YouTube. Duh.
YouTube. Yes.
Anyway.
This is episode 109, possibly .1, because Kari might have uploaded.
We were at 109 last week.
We were at 108.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Do you have your show notes to prove it?
Anyways, I believe it's 109 or 109.1, whatever. And we are in Maryland, or actually Frederick,
Well, that's in Maryland. Yes.
Maryland.
We're in our hotel room in Frederick, Maryland. We spent the day at Maryland Sheep and Wool.
Mhm.
And I just keep looking down at my knitting because I'm tinking. And then we went and visited a yarn shop in Alexandria, Virginia.
Yes, called Fiberspace.
Everybody was sending pictures to their husbands. You're all married. I'm the only one who's not married. So they were all sending pictures to their husbands of the Washington Monument. And
I didn't.
Well, no, but you told them you were in Virginia. And they were all like, wait, what? I thought you were going to Maryland. So it was kind of funny. Yep. Rob does not know because my phone died.
Yes. We just came back from dinner, and it was really good.
Such an amazing dinner. We went to the Orchard, which was the same restaurant we went to last year.
Yes.
So good.
And then the chocolate shop after. It's across the street.
Yeah.
And may or may not have come out with caramel corn.
Hi, popcorn.
So,
Crunchy popcorn on camera.
mhm.
Nom, nom, nom,
What you
nom.
working on?
There's
I
popcorn
assume there's
right
no
now.
photos, right?
Popcorn. The socks have grown slightly, not a lot.
You can barely see that in the camera. There, like that.
There, put them in front. No, put them in front of my boobs because I'm a lighter color. You're the one who had escape boobs tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So it hasn't grown much, maybe 3-4 rows. And it lives in my Art by Anna Farm Animals bag, which I love.
Pattern, needles.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
Yarn.
It's a vanilla sock. I always make vanilla socks.
Okay.
Everybody knows this. I don't read sock patterns. So they're plain vanilla socks based on Stephanie Pearl McPhee's sock recipe, A Good Plain Sock Out of Knitting Rules. 2.5 millimeter needles. Shut up. And it's out of Black Cascade Heritage, which is obnoxious in a dim room like this. So I'm not touching them right now. Sadly, I did not faux the Hail Hydra square.
You're almost there.
I'm 2/3 of the way through the pattern, a little more than 2/3. I did not manage to finish it because I have had no knitting time whatsoever this week. I've been packing. I've been running around buying appliances. And what did I do on Tuesday?
You had tires.
I was in Kingston on Tuesday.
Yes.
So I was away on Tuesday and was so tired when I got home that I literally just crashed.
And Wednesday was appliances.
Thursday was appliances.
Wednesday was tires.
Thursday was also tire day.
Oh, right. What was
Thursday was a
Wednesday?
long day. Wednesday was nothing. The guy was supposed to come over to give me the quote for the move, and he had to cancel at the last minute. So I asked him if I could just send him a list of everything I have. And he was like, sure. So he canceled, and I sat down and did nothing. So there was no knitting. So I'm 2/3 of the way through the square. I call it the Hail Hydra square because honestly, that's what the cables look like.
Put it closer.
Fine. Is
There
that
you
close
go.
enough?
Yeah, that's better. Really see the detail. And your blanket knitting is being hindered because of your moving.
Yeah. I really need to get moving now.
Moving?
on the blanket. It's about flag size.
This is what happens when you spend a weekend in a hotel and in a vehicle together.
And not a lot of sleep was had last night by anybody, I don't think.
No.
So this is I don't remember her name now. What did I do with the book? I'll put it over here. Sorry. I thought I'd knocked it over. Thanks. Yeah, you try swallowing that now.
Oh, I'm getting looks from the other room, the other side.
No.
Wait. Queen
Okay, I'm going to stop looking behind me now. This is the Dagmara Bertzis square. She's from Eggenstein, Germany.
From where?
Eggenstein, Germany. I'm not kidding. That's what
Wow.
it says. I don't know if that's how you pronounce that in German, but that's where it is. This is the Hill Hydra square right there.
Mhm.
And it is out of the Great American Aaron Afghan book, which is by XRX
Media.
Books, which is publishes Knitters Magazine.
Mhm.
That's what I'm working on. How about you?
What size are your needles?
I don't care.
What kind of yarn is it?
Don't care.
Details.
This is, look at lady. My brain's been cooked a couple of times today.
Mhm.
This is Valley Yarns Northampton Bulky this is Pacific Teal, I believe.
Yes.
So I brought the yarn to start the next square, but there's no way I'm finishing this one this weekend. So unfortunately, this is the second week I'm working on the same square, and I'm very, very upset about it because I need to finish. And it's size 10.5 needles, which is a 6.5 millimeter. They're Sue's mother-in-law's needles.
Mhm.
So there's something crawling up
Your yarn is.
butt. My yarn, it was like rolling down under my butt. Sir has some nice teal yarn in him today. So that's what I'm working on. Your turn.
Okay. So, was it last Friday? Not yesterday, but the Friday before.
Which work? Let's see which working on.
I went to Knit Night and threw the project bag, which is this lovely one by Kari Lynn, who is Freckled Whimsy. I threw
Did
it
you
at
see her today?
no, she wasn't
Okay.
there. And I threw it at our Kari and asked her to fix it because actually I think I explained this last week when we recorded
Pretty sure.
that I kind of accidentally did short rows and half the sweater had 13 rows, the other half had 11.
I'm just making sure you don't stab me with the signatures.
So I'm kind of in the middle of a row. But this is the Marco Polo, and I'm knitting this out of Cascade 220 Superwash
Sport.
Yes. So the Marco Polo actually is only in 2 colors.
Yeah.
But I decided to do it in 3.
Mainly because we didn't have enough.
And I blame
colors.
her.
Hey! Look you!
Because the yarn was on sale and it's all her fault.
Yes, it's always all my fault. Sorry,
So
gonna
I'm
take
knitting
this
it in a
out.
burnt orange, a cream, and a brown.
Sorry.
I've done from the marker up since last, hang on, there,
The Dicky Doo.
the Dicky Doo.
Hi,
Sarah,
Sarah.
that's for you. I'm
By the
knitting
way,
this
Darlene. Okay.
4.5 millimeters, which is a US 7. And that's it for that.
Sure.
Oh, shush. The other thing I'm
Okay.
knitting on, and I'm almost done. I'm so close. I'm like 3 rows away from the edging. This is a test knit for
I mean,
Ashley Ratnam,
I knew it was somebody that's
who
doing
is
today.
red sock, blue
Blue
sock yarn, the dyer, and this is her pattern. And
her yarn? Or
yep, it's her yarn. This is her DK base. The pattern is supposed to be Aran weight, but it's called the Diamond Cowl.
it's so pretty. I'm so green.
So it's got seed stitch on the bottom, and I'm doing the 3rd repeat. I'm on the 3rd repeat, and hopefully, where's my yarn at? Hopefully that's enough to do the edging.
She's playing yarn chicken in the
I
worst way.
literally am. So this is knit on size
That was it.
5, US
Which-
8.
yeah.
So it's like 240 some stitches on there. But it's hard for me to knit on it because it hurts my hands.
Well, you're used to little needles.
Yeah. And it's in my Art Diana bag.
Could be worse, could be cotton.
Shush, woman.
She hates knitting with cotton.
I got half a sweater done and I stopped. So yeah, that's the diamond cowl. Good stuff. Every time I look over, they're giggling and going. The other thing I'm knitting on, and I made a mistake in the car because I dropped a stitch and put the stitch marker in the wrong place, so I have to tank back about 5 rows, is my barn raising. Oops.
Bad Sue.
Bleep. I is sorry. Is my barn raising square. What happens when you give me a beer?
We didn't give you one, you took it.
Barn Raising Square, which is by Shelley Mackey and Larissa Brown, and it's in the Knit Along book.
And that's, believe Burnett Socks is the yarn.
Okay, and I'm knitting these on the Chow Goos that I bought today, which are 2.75 millimeters, which is a US 2.
Okay.
So that's that.
Mm.
Okay, next. Am I knitting on anything else? No, I'm actually not knitting on anything else. See what I have to put up with?
It's been a very long day.
Stash. Show your stash. She's crying. The one thing I bought. Do you need to go off camera? I bought a bag. 40th anniversary bag, and they
You'll
had them
note
on
it's green.
sale. Well, duh, it's a beautiful canvas bag.
They kept trying to convince her to take the blue one because it was bigger.
And they wanted me to take the red t-shirt. I'm like, no. No. So, even before we got to MDSW, we hadn't even left Ottawa, and I got stash.
Yep.
Because Crystal was clearing out some room for some new stash.
Yay.
So she could justify it. So I got yarn ink on art on string. And it's in the martini colorway. The pink is a little more vivid than that.
I didn't get the
And-
pick because I was driving, but that's okay because I really like what I got.
Haldcraft?
Haldecraft, yeah.
Haldecraft.
Oh,
In the cranberries colorway. Just really pretty.
very, very, very long day.
The other stash I got is a bowl for my supported spindle.
It's really pretty.
Cute, and she made sure that it had a flat bottom. It's like $5.
It was
Okay.
one of the first booths we went to. It was a pottery stand, and she had really nice stuff. It was not Jenny the Potter. We finally found her booth just before we left.
I bought some chopsticks for my husband. I tried to ask the guy what the wood was. He's like, I don't know. It comes from Japan. I was like,
Well, I'm pretty sure he didn't make any of the stuff on the booth.
It's either bamboo or rosewood. It's from Japan.
yeah.
And it doesn't look like bamboo, so it's probably rosewood. That's right.
And we went to Fiber Space, and I walked around with a skein of Miss Babs Yowza in my hand the whole time, till 5 minutes before we left, and I decided to get some Spud and Chloe instead. And it's in a green color that is 7818.
But you bought that at the store, though.
That's what I said. Fiber
Oh,
Space.
okay. I'm sorry. Yes, we went to see this. Yeah.
So I got 2 of those. I bought green highlighter tape, because green. And then I bought
It's a little gauge square.
but it's a 1 inch.
They had a 4-inch one too, but it was ginormous. And that one's a little keychain, so it's kind of cute.
Tiny.
It's like elbow length.
I think that's it.
Are you sure?
And oh, and I got some, well, Addies.
She got these too.
Well, that's not them, but I got some Addies. because I wanted to try high highs. I couldn't find them. And Crystal found a good place that had chow goos and addies. So
I'm trying to catch the cable as you twist her. Ow.
oh right, and how could I forget my sock blank
Yes.
from Sarah? So basically, let's do it this way.
It's like a long twisty scarf.
Yep. So it starts with black. It goes to light green
And then back to
all the way
black.
to black. And that is Midian color.
Which is our friend Sarah. And we were very happy to
Not
see her.
focusing, but oh well. Yeah. And so I'm gonna knit socks. That's it for me.
Sure.
Positive.
Alrighty.
Well, except for my popcorn nuts over there, but your turn.
All right. Well, these, because Crystal basically got into the car and said, "There's 6 skeins in this bag. You each get 2." I was driving, so
I knew you would like those.
I got these 2. Aren't they pretty?
She got some 3 Irish girls.
This is 3 Irish Girls, which is in the Springvale sock, and the color is Shake Your Tail Feathers. I loved it. It's a little pinker than it's
Yeah.
appearing on screen, but it's really, really pretty, and I like it. And this one has a little handmade tag from Crystal because she lost the real one. It's Fleece Artist Sea Wool, colorway Marine. I love it. It's gorgeous. You can't see all the nice little color bits there are, but it's really, really pretty and very soft. So those are the 2 that I got before we left the city.
Mm-hmm.
My stash acquisitions were a little more modest.
That was
by the way-
modest.
Well, yes, it was slightly more modest. So that's the booklet that they were giving out. Sue got the fancy one, but I didn't want it.
Did I?
You did. You got the big one.
Right. I got the big book.
So, of course, one of our first stops was Sarah's booth, and I got this.
Basically, it's the same color as mine in a skein.
Isn't it
Right?
awesome? It is almost exactly all the same colors as in her sock blank. This is her hardcore sock base.
But it's not self-striking.
I don't know. Probably not.
Wait.
Ugh.
What does it say? Oh, that's the name.
That's
Yes, the name.
Um,
I don't know.
75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. There's 460 yards
That's a lot.
to 100 grams. And the colorway is called Toothless the Night Fury. I love that movie. So Sue was like, "What? What does that say? What?" And I said, "Toothless the Night Fury." And she goes, "What the hell's that?"
Sorry.
Yeah. You heard the heartfelt sigh from back there. So yes, I got that. And then I can't remember what booth I was in.
You got that.
I think I was with Crystal. It's her fault.
Oh, was
Where
that in
were
the
we?
booth that
Mountain
mountain
Oh yes.
spinnery.
mountain something?
I got a braid from them at Rhinebeck.
I got
can't-
yarn
it's-
from them last
Was
year,
it
too.
the windmill one? No,
No.
it was. I don't
Something
remember what they're called
mountain.
now. I'm really, really sorry. Misty Mountain.
Yes.
Misty Mountain. They have their own yarns and their own fibers, and then they have other stuff like this
I'm-
lovely skein
I'm just glad that I didn't see that. They
of
had it.
Malabrigo, which I've never had before, and I've never knit with before, and it is so
Oh.
pretty.
It's such a treat. Is that sock?
This is Malabrigo sock, which is, I believe, superwash merino. Yes. And look at the colors. It's green and purple and pretty, and it's mine.
It's a good price too.
It was an amazing price. It was less than $20. Which is why Crystal went, oh, yoink. And then I went, oh, well. So that's pretty much how that happened.
Yeah, because Elizabeth got the one that had the heel and toe one, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
As she starts digging for it frantically.
Oh,
I forgot one stash acquisition. This is what Elizabeth got. Look,
it's showing
it's
up blue.
somebody else's hand.
It is
This
showing
is
up
actually super, super purple.
Wow.
Like royal purple.
It's just got to be the lighting.
Yeah, it might be. Or it might be my computer. I don't know. But I forgot one stash acquisition, so I'll be right back. You eat some popcorn.
Okay. So yes, we drove up on Friday and we arrived at the hotel around 9 or 9:30.
Thereabouts.
And
I'm back.
okay.
Continue.
And we went to, did we go for dinner on Friday night? Yes.
Yes, we did.
The lounge.
Which you guys weren't crazy about.
No.
Crystal's food wasn't warm, for one thing. And pretty much the only thing that was really, really good was the sweet potato fries.
I mean, my burger was okay, but
I'm not sorry for the crinkling. Not one bit. The girls bought me this lovely thing.
oh, I love that they wrapped it in nice tissue paper.
I know. Isn't it cute? Does that purple show up? Yeah,
Yep.
that purple shows up. Fine. This is a glass orifice hook. And it's really pretty. It's painted. They had ones that just had this rubber loop that you were supposed to pull stuff through with, but I was like, yeah, I don't think that's going to work with mine. So they bought me this really, really pretty metal one, and it's even got a little hook on the...
We basically told
Here, use my
her, go in
boobs.
the booth, pick out one.
Yes. So they bought me this, and it's awesome, and it's very pretty.
No excuse for no flying now when she moves.
Shh. I will ply someday. I have 3 bobbins of Millie spun up. I have for a very long time. And I'm terrified of flying them. I don't know why, because it's just Millie. So even if I ruin it, it's just
Doesn't
Millie.
matter.
So it's not like it's this really expensive braid I bought from anywhere.
So
No,
for
it's just a
those-
leftover fleece somebody else didn't want.
For those who don't know the Millie story,
Oh yes, Millie was a fleece that
somebody
my
local to us?
yes, my friend Denise in Aylmer
Right.
had bought, and she didn't like the color. It had yellow tips, and she had wanted a white fleece. So she was like, I don't want it. I'll give it to you for $30. And I was like, sold. And I brought it to Sue's house, and I said, look what I bought. And she just kind of looked at me like I was crazy and said, what am I supposed to do with that? At the time, Sue was learning to spin. Carrie was a fairly experienced spinner. And I wanted to learn to spin. So I was thinking that the 3 of us could spin it together, right?
Then Carrie sold her wheel, or I sold my wheel, and
Yes.
Carrie sold her wheel.
Yes. So now maybe Crystal and I can spin it together. Crystal's like, having a baby, go away. Not right now. So yeah, I'm spinning Millie by myself, which is really tedious and time consuming because it's one really, really, really big natural colored. She's what? She's not a Romney. I think she's a Leicester Cross or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, really boring. So I have these 3 bobbins that the first one is pathetic, and the second one is slightly less pathetic, and the third one is actually starting to look okay. And I have to ply these 3 things together, and I'm sitting here going, but I don't want to ply the nice stuff with the crappy stuff. But I'm also terrified of plying because I've never done it before, and I don't know
I
how to
could
start
show you
it.
my first plying where I spun it the same way that I spun the ply the same way that I spun the yarn, and you're supposed to spin the ply the opposite way.
Yeah. So eventually I will get around to it, probably after I move at this point because I just don't have time.
Because you'll have a nice space for the wheel.
And I don't even have an excuse because my wheel came with a lazy Kate. So I have no excuses. And if I want to spin any of the pretty fibers and bats and things that I have, because I have lots of them, I need to free up those bobbins because I only have 4.
And you get
3 of them are full.
Did you contact like maybe Acreworks and see if they can?
I'm not going to buy more bobbins just to enable myself not plying.
Just saying.
No, I'm actually going to learn to ply at some point. So that, sorry, that's my stash acquisition. And brain just shut down.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty much it. So I don't think it's going to be very long. I can't see the clock from here because my contact search is.
I don't know.
I'm being bug-eyed right now.
It says 24 and a half minutes.
Wow.
So we've actually babbled for quite a while already. We went to breakfast at this really good place too, that everybody really enjoyed. My eggs were undercooked, but meh.
Nola.
No.
Yes, called Cafe Nola in downtown Frederick, and it's a block away from the Orchard, which is where we had dinner. So we actually had a lot of fun. It's unfortunately Maryland always falls on the same weekend as the Frederick race weekend. they have this marathon and a bunch of shorter races the same weekend. So this hotel is booked up solid. There so many people downtown. So
Well, that's because they said it's the first.
apparently on the first Saturday of every month, all the stores stay open until 9 p.m. So you have all these really nice little boutiques that are open really, really late, which is how we managed to go to the chocolate store after we had dinner. So we had fun with that. Yep. We ate chocolate. It's a really good place. I can never remember the name of it though.
No. The kitchen something?
Candy Kitchen. That's what it's
Candy
called.
Kitchen.
And it's right across the street from the orchard. So if you're ever in Frederick, you really need to go to these places.
On what street's it on?
Market Street,
Market Street.
South Market Street.
Cool.
Which is a one-way at that point. So
Mhm.
it's a one-way west to east. No, east to west.
And if it's the first Saturday, parking is fun.
Yeah, there is that. We did manage to score a porking And on that note,
Are we done?
I think we're done. We're definitely exhausted. Oh, and my sock, by the way. This is my Slip Stitch Studio Ninja little thingy. I can't remember what they're called. Needle keeper, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So my sock has been living in this.
Yeah.
Took me forever to find my little ninjas because they had slipped under the couch, but now I have them back. So yay! It's a ninja.
Okay, we're gonna go now.
Stealthy.
Mm-hmm. Happy
I
crafting,
can throw
everybody.
things at you.
Okay. Happy crafting, everybody.
Bye.
Oh wait, now it's recording. Damn. That threw me off.
I'm sorry.
Do you want me to restart it?
What do you mean? It didn't start recording after the 3, 2, 1?
No, it stayed at 3, 2, 1, and now it just started recording.
Too bad. Bloopers.
Okay, bloopers.
Nope, it's okay,
Yes,
Crystal.
Stop it. Stop it. No.
Yes, no.